What's up, hustlers? Welcome back to the Data Hustler. In today's video, we are diving into a real SQL question asked in the Amazon Business Analyst support role test. You will see the exact tables, the expected output, and how to break it down like a pro, all in just a few minutes. Whether you are preparing for Amazon or any analyst role, this is a must watch. Let's dive in. First question is asked to write the difference between rank and dense rank. So you can explain it briefly for just 1 mark. Rank skips ranks after the titles, while dense rank does not. Example: if two people tie at rank 1, rank function gives next rank as 3. So the first two will get the rank as 1 and the third person will get the rank as 3. So there is a skipping of rank 2 over there. While for the dense rank, it will give the next rank as 2. That is, first two will get the rank as 1 and 1, and the third one will get the rank as 2. So this is the difference between rank and dense rank. Next question is, what is the difference between where and having clause? Where filters the row before aggregation, having filters groups after aggregation. Use where with row columns, having with aggregate functions like count, min, max, average, etc. So for 1 mark, this much explanation would be sufficient. Next one is, what is the difference between lag and lead? Lead fetches the next row's value. Lag fetches the previous row value in a result set. This is useful for comparing current row with the past or future values. So this was a written test. So you will not be querying this during the BA analyst test. You will not be creating any database or querying. You will be asked like theoretical questions along with the practical questions, but instead of querying the logic, you will be asked to write it down, which makes it even more trickier because you have to do the query running process inside your head. But we will find a hack for that as well. Let's stay patient. Moving on to the question number 2. There are two tables, table 1 and table 2. Both have one column and below is the data. So this is a table column. First two rows are 1 and the third column is null. For table 2, first 3 rows are 1 and next 2 rows are null. So our question is, how many records would you every join, like left, right and full join result? How will you answer this question without querying it in your database? You have to write the answer for this question in with a pen and paper, and you don't have any monitor or keyboard to solve it. How will you predict the output for 3 scenarios here, left, right and full join, just by seeing this table? Feel free to pause this video for a moment and give a shot by yourself before me revealing the answer. Okay, here is how I would solve it. I have created 2 tables, MIS1 and MIS2, and I have, instead of giving us 1 column, I have created 2 columns just to identify the row separately. And this is how my 2 tables look like. This is table MIS1 and this is table 2. In table 1, 2 ones are there, 1 null is there. So I have given a separate name for that. And for table 2, 3 ones and 2 nulls. And I have given a separate names for that as well. Now let's perform the joins and see how many records they will return. First, let's try with the left join. And the left joins have returned 7 rows here. Here it returns all rows from MIS1 and matched rows from MIS2. If no match is found in MIS2, you will see the null in the MIS2 columns. Important note is that null equal to null is false in a SQL. So the rows with null will not match. That's why here we have, for the left join, 7 rows. So all the records, this is the first table, this is the second table. All the records from the first table will be taken. So see, 1A. 1 is matching with all these 3 ones. So 1A, 1F, F is from, so D, E, F will be coming for this 1A. 1A have 1D, 1A have 1E, 1A have 1F. Similarly for 1B. This one is also common for second table. So 1B having 1D, 1E and 1F. So 2 records and their matching value from the second table is printed, and this null present in the first table. This null cannot be matched with this null because null equal to null is a false statement. So this null will be printed as such and remaining fields will be marked as null. So left join will return 7 records. Now try to figure out how many records full join and right join will return with the same logic. Pause the video now. Okay, here is how I will perform this. Actually, MySQL doesn't support full join, so I will be running this on my SQL server. Keep an idea of how the table look like. Full join returns all matching rows plus non-matching rows from both tables. Again, null equal to null doesn't match, so nulls in both tables are treated as independent non-matching rows. From the first table, for 1A combination, every matching records have been printed. For 1B combination, every matching record has been printed. And C, one null is there, and that is also printed as set. For the second table, G and H is having null, and no matching records found in table 1, and those records are also printed. So moving on to the right join here. Once again, let me show the tables once again. Moving on to the right join. So for the right join, we have 1D. So this 1 is matching with the 2 ones from the first table. So that is joined from A and B. Similarly for E also A and B. For F also A and B. And G and H, even though this null equal to null is false, so G and H will return as such, and there is no matching records present in the first table, so it will be returning nulls. So the answer for this query is left join will return 7 records, full join will record 9 records, and right join will return 8 records. Thing is, you have to understand this concept, because I was able to solve this with the help of the MySQL and MS SQL Server after creating the tables, storing it in the database. However, we will not have this privilege to solve it with the help of the desktop. You'll have to solve it with a pen and paper. More you practice, easier it will get. Once again, this was not our initial table. This is how our initial table looks like. There was not the name column. I created a name column for easy understanding of the logic. So now let's run our problem statement and see whether it is returning the same number of rows. First, let's try the left join. For left join, it is returning 7 rows. For right join, it is returning 8 rows. And for full join, it is returning 9 rows. I think you might have understand why I didn't start with this 1-1-1 concept, why I decided to name the column so that you will be easier, because this is it is very difficult to understand what logic we are drawing from here. But if we name that, we'll understand each one is having different names. That's why it is returning 7, 8 and 9 rows respectively. If you are not able to understand this logic, give a try yourself. Rewatch the video if needed. Practice from your end and try to practice on both MS SQL and by jotting it down as well.